What made you do a double take into the etymological roots and origins of the English word black?
Man, you know, I just keep seeing commentators and posts on the Moore's History TV page, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, with black folks
Mm.
making anti-black comments. And I noticed that
Solo,
the
I don't mean to cut you off. What do you mean anti-black? What are you
it,
classifying as anti-black?
the concept that the term actually applies to what we call the YT people.
Mm. Hmm.
I see it as anti-black, and I also see it as IT supremacy because it overshadows YT supremacy concepts. For example, many of the YT people believe that they are the Moors, or
Mm.
that the Moors looked like them, rather, in terms of the low melanin levels
Hmm.
versus highly concentrated levels of melanin. So when I see quote unquote black folks pushing this concept that black means pale, I didn't understand it. It didn't
Mm.
make sense. It didn't fit. So I looked into it and I found that what they're actually talking about is uh, a similar, but it's not spelled exactly the same. There is BLACK, which we all are familiar with. And then there is BLAC with a macron, which is a dash over the A. And the macron is there for purposes of pronunciation. So when I looked at the differences between BLACK and BLAC with the macron on top of the A, I noticed that they have two different etymological histories.
Origins or histories?
Histories or origins, sources. For example, BLACK is about 300 years older than the first introduction of the BLAC with the macron on top of the A. The BLAC with the macron on top of the A has not been used to describe a skin tone or skin complexion, whereas BLACK always has. So there's other distinctive issues with the differences in between the terms. And then I also noticed when you go into the antonym section for BLAC with the macron.
Okay, okay. Because we might have people in the audience that are not as sophisticated in language and understanding. What isn't I know what it is, and of course you know what it is, but explain what an antonym is for the audience.
Antonym. Antonym is the opposite of a synonym. You know, a synonym is a similar term correlating with the same thing that you're trying to define or describe. Well, an antonym is the exact opposite.
Mm.
So if BLACK is listed in the antonyms where you find BLAC with the macron on top of the A, that's a clear indication that they're not the same.
Okay.
But many of these commentators clearly have not paid attention to those specifics. And what they're doing is they're pushing BLAC with the macron as if it's the same as BLACK.
Understood.